a little bit. So Anna, what about you? And can you relate to any of this material?
I'm finding that certain things maybe popped out at me, but it's very difficult for me to try to articulate anything specific. Like,
Okay.
just because I feel like when I was younger, I had this perception that my family was perfect, and that changed when I turned maybe 12 and started changing rapidly. But it's hard for me to think back on, my younger years, and it was a lot of play, with my siblings, and I always thought I have a brother and a sister and a mom and a dad, and that's what makes a perfect family, and so I'm set. But
Tell us though, what happened at 12?
Well, I guess just my sister she was 7 years older than me, and she was starting to become vocal about issues in the family that she had observed or was struggling with, and I wasn't really ready at that point I didn't want to see or experience. I couldn't believe what she was saying to some extent.
And what was she saying?
I don't know, she was just really kind of popping the bubble, like, our parents, it's not normal that they sleep in different parts of the house. Like, it's not normal that, they have, like, poor communication skills, or maybe it is normal. It's not healthy. It's not, your grandmother used to yell at you and make fun of you for crying when you were younger, and I have no memory of that. And, just the nastiness and kind of the two-face. And, I definitely remember when I was younger that I used to think, I don't remember being disturbed by this for some reason, but I always thought that each of my family members were monsters and that they hid their disguises in the freezer. I don't know. And
interesting identity. Identity
and I just
stuff,
thought that I thought my mom was a witch or something, and it's weird because I don't remember ever feeling really unsafe with her, but I just felt like you could either trust them or you couldn't. And
good point, because the trust issue, same thing here a little bit, is about being supported or enough to be able to trust. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, like, also just how much my parents really kind of disliked themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an intense fear of growing up that I still carry, that when you become an adult, your life, pleasure ends.
Yep.
And it becomes very rote.
Yep.
And it's based on responsibility that you force yourself to do.
Right.
For the sake of others.
Yeah, these become the stories of the loss of innocence and coming of age. And there are whole genres devoted to those kinds of stories. Yeah. And as a child, Anna, your imagination with coming up with monsters in disguises that are put into the freezer was the only way that you could cope with what was happening on a very real level. It was too scary to literally admit some of these things. And so your child's imagination invents a way for you to cope with some of this through your characters and stories, if you will.